Hello everybody, in this video I will be teaching you how to use the Skills feature in Seesaw if you have Seesaw Plus or Seesaw for Schools. Unfortunately, this is not a feature available for Seesaw, the free version. When you are looking at your main hub over here, you have your journal, activities, inbox, and then you see this section called Skills. This Skills section can act for you as a grade book. And I believe it can be very helpful and a useful tool for when parent-teacher conferences are coming up. You could easily, especially if this is going to be a virtual conference, you could easily share this screen and pull up just your child that they're talking about, and it will show you their assignments and their skills, and you can show them what they were doing and how you graded them and why you graded them in that way, especially in areas of concern. So to create a skill, you are clicking on the skills section and you see at the bottom it says plus skills. And the only two required areas are the name of the skill you are doing and a quick code like the standard. You can fill out extra as well if you want to have more detail for it. So I'm going to today create a skill for retelling. And for me, that is the standard RL 1.2. Again, you can leave it at this or you can keep going. I know this is the literacy standard, and I might just make my own quick description, or I have this little shortcut up here. You can use your curriculum map to help get your information and just copy it. So that way you definitely have the standard behind you when explaining to parents what part of the standard maybe they weren't understanding or they weren't including when they were doing that skill. Once you are happy with how it looks, you're going to hit the green check. And now you have that skill added. I'm going back to my journal, and you'll see that I already have the student's assignment that I have approved. He was retelling the story that we did, and not only did he do the picture, but you can see by the play button that he recorded himself retelling the story that we did, which is Bear Wants More. If you go down to the bottom, the same way that you might click this globe to add the assignment to the blog, you can actually click this kind of graduation cap, and that is the symbol for skills. And it's going to bring you to all of the skills that you have. Currently, I only have 2 skills, but if you have a lot of them, you could just search them. This was a retelling assignment, so I'm going to check retelling. And even in this spot, you can already click how many stars you would want to give it. So for where I am, a 3 is considered proficient and a 4 is considered above grade level. 2 is needs improvement or needs assistance, and 1 is they are really, not understanding. I'm gonna just, for the sake, just give them a 3 just to do that, and you can hit the green check when you're done. And now that I've assigned or graded one person's assignment for the retelling, I now have some data for my retell. And I can scroll down and find that one student. And it will bring me to the assignments that I graded him on for that standard. It gives you the option to print a PDF of it. You can go back to skills view, and it even tells you how you're filtering this out. Going to back to skills view. You can see this is the color. Depending on how many stars you're giving them, it will change the color of this box. So if they got 1 star, it would be a darker red color versus a 4, how it would be a really dark green color. And actually, I believe if you go into the wrench over here, you can go all the way down to the skills section, and you can decide how you want this whole thing to be structured. You can say out of 3 stars, 4, 5, 6, totally up to you. You can change the color scheme. I personally think the first one is the easiest to understand, especially when you're showing this information to a parent. It's easy to see the gradual progression of colors. Just gotta scroll back down. You can also go to that section where it says manage skills to either archive a skill. So if you don't think you're going to cover that skill again for the rest of the school year, then you can archive it. This is especially helpful in math, especially when you're doing like shapes or something, because you really only teach shapes for one section of the year. So you don't need those standards clogging up your skills when you can just archive it for next time. You can also come here to add a new skill. I think this feature is really great, especially when it comes to doing report cards later on, because it gives you a very quick visual, especially when you have multiple assignments tagged for one skill. So if you want to see if that student overall has had a good understanding on how to retell a story or how to know the main idea and key details, you can quickly check your skills section on Seesaw and see how they've done throughout the whole quarter. And then that will help make your grading a little bit easier. I hope you gain something from this information and that you can apply it into your own classroom. And I hope it's easy to use for you all and it helps save some time with grading later on. Thank you.